Yes, so today we'll be discussing adjectives. Not any kind of adjectives, something you took in grade 8. So let's share the screen, and we're gonna do just like yesterday. Please let me know if you can see it or not. I prefer to display it, but I'm gonna move as a test now from one slide to another. If it didn't work, just let me know, okay? So this is the first slide, the second slide, third slide. So, can you guys see it or not? Okay, let me see. Yes, okay, great. Okay, so we can display it. Please stop me, okay? Unmute yourself and stop me if like stopped for some reason, okay? Sorry. So adjectives, and of course grade 8. So the lesson's objectives that you should be able to identify adjectives correctly. And by the way, when we say identify, it means that you should know that this is an adjective when you see it, okay? Because some adjectives are easy to recognize, other adjectives, no. To use adjectives, and we're talking about the ing, ed, adjectives and comparatives, and the compound. So you guys know that we have different part of speech in English. We have adjectives, we have adverbs, conjunctions, interjections, prepositions, nouns, pronouns, and verbs. So all these make something in English, or the family of the part of speech. Now today we'll be discussing adjectives. Of course you should know all of these, okay? And you took them in grade 8. So adjectives that end in ing or ed. So it says many adjectives end in ing and ed. Many, not all of them, of course. We often use these adjectives to describe how we feel about something, okay? But the ing adjective is different from the ed adjective. Again, if we have an adjective that ends with ed, it gives you a different meaning when you use an adjective that ends with ing. So adjectives that end in ing, they describe the cause of the feeling. The ing, they describe the cause. While the ed adjectives describe how you feel about something. So what caused you to feel it, you use the ing. If you want to describe how you feel personally, you don't use the ing, you use the ed. Some examples so we can see the difference. So the grammar lesson is boring. So what caused me to be bored is the grammar lesson. Since this is the cause of the boredom, so I use ing. But when I want to express how I feel about the lesson, and I'm not talking about my lesson, how you feel about the lesson, you say I am bored, so ed. To say or to express or to describe how you feel, not what caused the feeling. I am tired right now, okay? My flight was tiring, okay? So tired is you describing how you feel, and tiring what caused the feeling, okay? You describe the cause. This is the cause, the flight, okay? So it's actually a mistake to say my flight was tired, okay? Nonsense. Interesting. Public toilets are usually disgusting. Usually. I am disgusted by the smell in some of them, which is actually sometimes true. So disgusting, okay, the cause, and discussed how you feel about it. Your speech was very inspiring, so it caused me to be inspired. So what is the cause? The speech. That's why I use ing. Now, how do I feel about it? I feel inspired, okay? So let's see this. He is bored and these books are boring. So what is the difference between this one and this one? Because I always tell you that changing adjectives, changing tenses, changing pronouns in English, changing any part of speech you use is you trying to give a different meaning, okay? So when somebody says he is bored, it's way different when he says these books are boring, okay? So he is bored, he's describing how he feels, okay? I am bored. These books are boring. He's describing what caused him to feel bored. So that's why we use ing here. Okay, it's like you say, I am depressed. Okay, so this is you explaining how you feel, describing your feelings, and then you say the weather or the situation in Jordan is depressing. So what caused you to be depressed is the situation. So when you want to describe the cause, you use the ing and you say the situation is depressing. Now, I want you guys to do this for me. I want you to tell me what is the difference between he had a pleasing look on his face and he had a pleased look on his face. I don't mind if you want to take like 2 minutes to think of it. Now, is there a difference? Definitely. Okay, this sentence, okay, has a different meaning than this sentence. Okay, so as an English learners, you should know what is the difference. Okay, so I'll give like 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Think of it, and then raise your hand if you know what is the difference between them. So this is your thinking time. Use it wisely. Somebody like guessed the meaning before like 2 minutes, I don't mind. Okay, let's check if anybody. No one? Is it that hard? Come on, the difference is clear. They're not the same. So this is the ing causing the feeling. This is ed, how he feels, but like explain it more. Yes, let's see Faris. I think Faris raised his hand. Yes, Faris, please.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, the first one, he had a pleasing look on his face. It meant he had a funny face on, and his friend was amused, but he had a pleased look on his face. He looked pleased.
Okay. Come again. I lost it. Sorry. Repeat.
The first one,
Yeah.
he had a pleasing look on his face,
Mm-hmm.
which I think it means he had a funny face, and his friends were pleased. And the second one, he had a pleased
Uh-huh.
look on his face. He looked pleased.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Faris. Anyone else? Celine? Yes, Celine.
In the first one, they're describing his smile, that it was pleasing. And in the second one, they're describing how he felt, that he was pleased.
Thank you so much, Celine. Yes. Anyone else? Marah, there's Marah. Marah, you wanted to say something?
No, I just wanted to say that pleased in the second one means that he was impressed.
He was what?
Impressed by like what he saw.
Okay, yes, okay. Anyone else before we reveal what is the answer or what is the difference? Okay, so he had a pleasing look on his face. This means that the look in his face gives you pleasure and satisfaction. So as maybe Celine said and Faris, it's like when you look at him, okay, this is an adjective describing his look. So when you look at him, his face gives you pleasure, happiness, or satisfaction. Now, he had a pleased look on his face means that he received something, maybe an information, or he's experiencing something that is making him, let's say, feel satisfied. So this is the difference. Again, pleasing here, describing his look, okay? So when you look at this person, his look gives you pleasure. And pleased here, and the second one means that this person himself is experiencing something that is making him satisfied. Now, we have to be careful, sorry, when we say adjectives that end with ed and ing. Why? Because sometimes you're going to find an adjective or adjectives that has ed or ing, and still it has nothing to do with feelings, okay? They don't describe what causes the feeling, and they don't describe how you feel. Like the freezing water, forthcoming race, qualified coach, locked door. So freezing ing, forthcoming ing, qualified ed, unlocked ed. However, they have nothing to do with feelings. So it's not like it's let's say the case all the time. Whenever I have ing or ed adjective, then I'm talking about feelings. Okay. Now, compound adjectives. Okay. Usually, once we say compound, okay, it means two, right? Now, so two adjectives, maybe. So what are compound adjectives? They're like two words, you add them up to each other, sometimes more, to make adjectives. Okay, so the final result after you add these words together, you're gonna have an adjective. Do we treat them like as word by word? No, we treat them as one unit. Okay, so once you add them together, it becomes, let's say, one word, one unit. When the adjective comes before the noun, we usually put a hyphen between the words, okay? So, and you're gonna see some examples now. So the hyphen is actually a good way to show you that you have a compound adjective. Example, I have just finished reading a 300-page book. So 300, okay, which is a number, and then a noun with a hyphen together, okay, we have an adjective, and this is a compound adjective. So this adjective here, we know what is the job of adjectives in English. They modify nouns, they describe nouns, they add an information about the noun. So what kind of book or which book, okay? We're talking about a 300-page book. Is it okay for me to delete the hyphen? It's not okay. It's actually a mistake if you do. So the hyphen here is a must for you to be written. He is a well-known writer. So will, okay, and then a hyphen, and then if you can see a verb, and this is all together describing or modifying the noun writer. So again, can I delete the hyphen? No, you can't. Now, the question is, how can we make them? How can we make compound nouns? Is it like done randomly? Can I just add two words together and then I'm going to end up having a compound noun? Actually, no. You have specific words where you get to like make compound nouns when you use them. Let's start with numbers and nouns. Okay, so you can add a number. Sorry for that. You can add a number. Then with a noun together, they make, let's say, a compound noun. One example might be one way. Okay, 20 pages, for example. You can add an adjective and then a noun. So see, I can use an adjective to make a compound adjective. So last minute. Last is the adjective, hyphen, minute is the noun. You can add an adjective and then a present participle, okay, the ing form. So good looking, good adjective, and looking the present participle, sorry, of the verb. You can also do noun and present participle. For example, mouth watering, record breaking. So record is a noun and breaking still present participle. You can also add a noun and then an adjective. Okay, here an adjective then a noun. So you can also do a noun and then an adjective. World famous, and with a hyphen, of course. Smoke free with a hyphen, definitely. You can also do noun and past participle, present or past. The present participle is the ing form. The past participle is the ed. So wind powered, maybe sun-dried, middle-aged, and so on. Actually, you can also use an adverb, okay, to make a compound, let's say, adjective. So you say, where is it? Oh, yes. Brightly lit or will none. So will is the adverb and none is the past participle, maybe highly respected. And finally, you can do an adjective and a past participle, like when you say old-fashioned. Okay, old-fashioned. Now, adjectives and adverbs. Now, what is the relationship between adjectives and adverbs? The relationship is that we try to use adverbs to make our adjectives stronger. And this is if you care, let's say, a lot about your writing. If you want your writing to be, let's say, not just good, excellent, okay, you have to use adjectives and adverbs in your writing. And actually, when you use them combined, it's perfection. So, we have different adverbs in English, okay? So, it's not only the ones we have here. The ones we have here, very, extremely, quite. And these adverbs, you can use to make your adjective stronger. So, once you add it to the adjective, you actually have a stronger adjective. You might ask, is it really important? It is. But please don't like overuse it. Not in every sentence. Extremely nice, very good. No, it becomes lame, boring. Okay, so don't do it a lot. Okay, don't overuse it. Some examples: quite interesting, very excited, extremely frightened. Now we have in English something called extreme adjectives. Okay, these adjectives are strong. Okay, so for example, instead of saying I'm very tired, you can say I am exhausted. Okay, and so on for tiny, freezing, boiling, and so on. Now we're going to do this exercise to let's say test our knowledge today, if we got the idea or not. So who wants to do the first one? Let's take hands. I feel blind today, or every day. Sorry. Okay, so Celine again. Yes, Celine.
My nephew was amused by the clown.
Excellent. Thank you so much, dear. Thank you. Yes, Omar. The second one.
It's so frustrating. No matter how much I study, I can't seem to remember this vocabulary.
Excellent. Thank you. Good job. Number 3 goes to Sarah. Yes, Sarah.
This lesson is so boring.
I hope you're not talking about my lesson.
No.
Thank you. Number 4. Yes, Bashar, please. Bashar.
I'm feeling depressed, so I'm going. Yeah, I'm feeling depressed, so I'm going home, eat some.
Excellent. Thank you. Good job. Okay, this is the rest of it. Sorry. 5. Let's see. This is the only thing that reminds me of me being in class with the students, like choosing. Okay. No one? Come on, they're easy. Piece of cake. Shall I do them for you? Okay, I think Faris can help me to do 5, right, Faris? Can you? Okay, Jawad. Yes, Jawad. 5.
I thought her new idea absolutely fascinating.
Thank you. Excellent. Number 6 goes to, I think, who's this? Celine, maybe? Yes. Celine, yes, teacher.
This math problem is so confusing.
Excellent. This math problem is so confusing. Okay. Okay, I think this is enough. I'm not gonna like leave time for you to ask questions if you need something, so it's not fair. You should always have time for you to ask any questions. So if you have anything you want to ask about today's lesson, adjectives, how do we make compound, adjectives, anything, please ask now. I'm gonna like give you time to leave, and I'm gonna stay here because some students ask questions in the chat, so I'll reply for you guys, and the rest you can go if you don't have any questions. Have a lovely day, everybody.